Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love again. Okay, why am I on? I don't know, and I don't really know how this is going to go either. But after I uploaded my reading, the energy changed, and I feel as if for the divine feminines, it's like the divine masculine is really trying to convince himself that he kind of hates the divine feminine. That's all I can kind of say. It was like I was having a rant into the mirror. It didn't start off as a rant, and it wasn't something I planned. I just went to the toilet, and obviously afterwards I'm finding myself having this kind of rant in the mirror, and I walked away, and then I reached out to another divine feminine to see whether she had to kind of say to her about this shift. I said it's really quite upsetting because there were very negative, hurtful words that were coming through my own kind of mind, but it wasn't me. It was like, hang on a second, where's this coming from? And it was a lot of anger projected towards the divine feminine. So we're going to address it. Whenever any energy like that comes up, I will straight away just kind of get a coffee, calm down, get some cards ready, and address it. Normally, I might put some music on. I normally head for the radio station Magic. Why would you not choose Magic? You've got to choose Magic. And normally, the songs that are playing could come in with the energy that it kind of tells its own little tale. The magic of magic. But then I was like, no, I'm going to come on and actually do this because if I'm feeling it, you might be feeling all this negative blaming. I can tell you the kind of phrases that were coming out. I wish I'd never met you. First of all, it started out being you're the one thing that I can't seem to get over. You're the most painful, hurtful. Not as in, because it didn't start off like that. It wasn't as if the divine feminine's done anything wrong, but the divine masculine is just having big regrets about actually meeting her because of what's happened. This kind of awakening, what's been triggered. Phrases as if kind of, one of them's really kind of, you're getting on my nerves now, why won't you just go away? Give it a rest. All this kind of stuff. And, my energy was kind of feeling it's not purpose. It's not on what it is. It's not purpose. It's kind of, in a way, it's not done on purpose, but it's for a purpose. Can you not see that? And I just feel it's a divine masculine doing a bit of a runner. So let's pull some cards. Now, okay, I've got a few decks here. I can see the Two of Wands there. Let's just pull some cards first. We'll see whether it's divine that wants to talk. It could be the divine masculine's energy wanting to talk. You never quite know who's going to come through and what the message is. Okay, let's find out. It's just a longing for the divine feminine. It's just this achy, this heart. But don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. And if you told my heart, my achy, breaky heart. What's the rest of it? Come on, finish it off. He might blow up and... What? Achy, breaky heart. It'd be so fun if we turned the radio station on and it was on, wouldn't it? Okay. Achy, breaky heart. Billy Ray Cyrus, but don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, I just don't think he'd understand. And if you'd tell my heart, hey, full lyrics, please. And if you tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, he might blow up and kill this man. Okay. You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone. You can tell your friends just what a fool I've been and laugh and joke about me on the phone. You can tell my arms, go back to the farm. You can tell my feet to hit the floor, or you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips that won't be reaching out for you no more. Okay. Let's think about Cliff here. Or tell your brother Cliff, whose fist can tell my lip. About fighting. He never really liked me anyway. It's interesting, isn't it? Achy breaky heart. Is scared of taking that leap of faith. And I want to say because of the past. Actually facing people. It's like the divine masculine has really hurt the divine feminine here. And it's just easier to walk away rather than to, I want to say, maybe face the people that she's spoken to about the divine masculine. Saving face. Divine feminine, look here, tilting his head up. He has it down. He just feels it's been too long. Now, I picked this up in the last reading, briefly. Only briefly. Actually, who commented on that? Because you kind of put a timestamp on it. I saw that. I might not respond straight away, but I do see. And you'd put 555, and I pushed it, and that's what he spoke about, wasn't it? Sorry, I can't remember your name. 555. You tagged the last video at 555. And I clicked on it, and it showed, I believe, the Two of Swords, and it spoke about the divine masculine not being sure whether or not the divine feminine will accept his realisation of love. All comes in. Sometimes I can't make sense of your comments, and if I don't make sense of them, I don't tend to like them or love them because I can't make sense of them. So I'm not being rude, it's just if I can't make any sense of it, I can't like it because I'm not sure what I'm liking. So I stay neutral. No judgment. But thank you. I've just answered my own question of what the 555 was about. The divine masculine being stubborn, taking this leap of faith after being so stubborn. He's so unhappy. Okay. There's this fear of rejection as well. Let's pull one more. Defensive. Okay. Well, if it's the energy, it's the energy. Let's talk about it. Let's work through it. Because the divine masculine looks like he's very much in his head. He don't want to tell his heart anything. He just doesn't think it's going to understand, okay? And I feel as if he goes there, he's going to die. He's going to die. What's the number sync 555 mean? What's like the angel number 555? I'm intrigued now. We'll just do this as we go. I'm good. 555 meaning. The meaning of 555, the number 5 is a powerful number in many forms of divine reading. 5 represents freedom, exploration, travel and change. 555 is a triple of the number 5 indicating which amplifies its power. 555 indicates that a change is coming. Sorry, something else just caught my eye. Angel number 555. The angels want you to be ready to embrace change in your search for truth and authenticity. There is a number of opportunity, but you are being guided to follow your intuition more closely. Okay. So that's kind of like just doing what I've just done. Follow the clues. Let's carry on. Let's get a look how this cup of love is just crying here. It's just crying out, isn't it? There's such a stubbornness about protecting the heart here. It's like the realization hit, and then it was like straight away the Divine Masculine kind of does a runner. Okay. Fun. Your guidance is to take time to enjoy yourself, relax and find your sense of humour. Treat things lightly. I do feel with this energy, it's going to have a knock-on effect with the Divine Masculine. He's going to really realise how silly he is. Like, I think he's going to push it to that. When you realise you can't hate your Divine Feminine and you can't hate your Divine Masculine because you're just hating yourself, you're just going to feel that back tenfold. So whatever you send out to your feminine, you're just really sending that to yourself, and vice versa. So, okay, it's like the last kind of running, the most hurtful words that you can find to try and escape this connection. And I feel that they're being sent energetically to the Divine Feminine. She's receiving them. But it's just a tactic. It just has his back to love, his head to money. It's an escape. Just refusing to take the offer. Just I'm not. It's just this. I'm not doing it. Go away. That kind of energy. And you might be able to hear this. Don't take it personally. Understand there's going to be a knock-on effect here for the Divine Masculine. I'm not sure what the consequence will be because he would be the one that feels that. But fun brings lightness to spirit, and the most difficult situation can be eased if you see the funny side of things. So cultivate a sense of the ridiculous. I didn't feel personally offended or took it as the truth. It was more the ridiculous. It was like, this is still what's coming out. These are still the words that, you know, that have been spoken before. So they're just kind of the same old story. But it was like really quite aggressive. So it's just kind of, I don't know whether, for me, it was just like, I'm not doing this. You know, I'm going to get on camera and clear through the energy because this is just rubbish, you know. And I'm not carrying those thoughts in my mind. So let's clear through it. It's just seeing the ridiculous side of things and not taking it, like I said, to heart. You can't take it to heart. You've got to kind of lighten up the energy. So if you do feel these thoughts, feelings, messages coming through, understand what it is. And I believe it's the Divine Masculine here doing his final kind of battle with himself. And I feel there's just a lot of blame being projected onto the Divine Feminine. He's soon to come to this realisation that that wasn't very nice. Because all I kept saying was like, that's cruel. Like, you're cruel with your words. That's not nice to say that. So they're very cruel words coming through. And you think, you know, you're out of order. And you kind of just understand how the Divine Masculine's operating at the moment. See the pattern and just kind of think, I don't really see where all that anger is going to get you. So how can you bring play, laughter and fun into your social life, your relationships and your work life? When you have fun, the angels rejoice, for there is nothing they love more than joy, play, humour and laughter. And I would say, so don't be part of it, Divine Feminine. Just kind of nip it in the bud. So, no, I don't think so. The divine masculine can project whatever he wants to on himself, okay, to do his own healing. But I think that's very unfair to project that on the divine feminine. So don't take it personally. It's just one of those cruel. It's like a self-inflicted pain. I want to say it's like spiritual suicide. I don't know why I say that, but fun. Just see the funny side of things. It's like, I'm not sure if she's trying to say to the divine masculine, you best just close your mouth now with your words. We've got the sharpness of the King of Swords here, so he is going to maybe, you know, and that doesn't have to be in the physical. It's just don't take them personally. See the funny side of it. And the funny side of it is, I'd really like to see the divine masculine say that stuff to the divine feminine in physical, because it would be impossible. So it's the only way that he can vent his anger. It's when he's not face to face, I want to say, with the divine feminine. So sending it energetically or just trying to get it out of his system, because of the connection, the divine feminine will pick up on it. And I want to say it's a fear of the divine feminines that, you know, don't take it to heart, because that means then that them words affect you, somebody else's words, and how they perceive a situation is affecting you. So it's, you know what the truth is. Okay. We've got discernment. This is what the divine masculine is going to be learning. Discernment. And also for us to use this. So discernment means sensing what feels right or wrong, trusting your judgment and acting on it. Your angel guidance is to look at the people and situations in your life now and respond to your gut feeling. Learn to develop your intuition and ask the angels to help you to discern the good from the bad. They will prompt and guide you. You will feel safer, happier, stronger and clearer. Angel wisdom reminds you that when you can be trusted to use discernment, you can serve the universe in a great way. Affirmation, I trust my intuition. You don't want to take on this hate. It's hatred. You don't want to take that on. You can sense what's a good vibe and what's not a good vibe, okay? Self-worth. So I want to say it's easier for the divine masculine to blame, okay, and to have an excuse or to be aggressive than to actually believe that he's worthy. It's like this feeling of I don't care about any of it. Self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, and the ability to love. Decide on clear boundaries and limits, and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect. This felt like a bit of spiritual manipulation. I was before I came on, I wasn't sure if I was going to be quite angry and say, oh, this is not acceptable. But I don't feel angry. I just feel that I'm going to share it, because you can't allow someone else's energy to affect you like that, especially when it feels it's the divine masculine's energy. And they're not loving words. It's coming from this fear, and you can sense that. And that's why I believe you just kind of just see the funny side of it. I'm not sure the divine masculine wants to hear that, but it is what it is. Remind yourself that you are... Sorry, let me just read that part. Decide on clear boundaries and limits and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect. When you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offence and quick to forgive. Remind yourself that you are likeable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and makes them feel good too. Ask your angel to step into your aura and guide you. And that's why this reading is really for the Divine Feminines. The Divine Masculines will watch, but it's a protection. We have a right to know this stuff. We've been tapping in on a kind of a karmic third energy, and I'm delving deeper into it. I'm not just kind of leaving it and just focusing on the masculines. Okay. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and make them feel good too. Ask your angel to step into your aura and guide you. Here's the affirmation: I am confident and worthwhile. Whatever you're hearing, okay, in the background noise. It's just noise. Discernment. Tune to your own frequency. Okay. We've got opportunity. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. So we're expected to flow with these currents, okay, these shifts in energy that come our way. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it is up to you to use it to your greatest advantage. Be alert, be aware, and be prepared. Now, I said that when this energy comes up, talk it through with the energy. You don't need cards. You can just have the conversation, talk it through, trust what's coming through, ask for a deeper meaning, rather than getting angry and kind of feeling it's fine, you know, go away then, or you know, just in a negative. You can just kind of, because this is still a soul, isn't it? In it's half of ours, you know, it is our soul. If it's affecting us, then we'll address it. And you ask for the answers, and you will be shown them, given them, if you look for them. So it's like work with this energy rather than running from it. Ask yourself why you're feeling this way. You can ask the Divine Masculine's energy why it's feeling this way. You are half Divine Masculine. So you need to tap into that power and question yourself. Okay. That's quite a good way to look at it. Question yourself. So be alert, be aware, and be prepared. You can, of course, make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably be open to you. Keep searching for the answer. Okay, it's like, don't be settled. Don't be settled until it feels good. So keep knocking on those doors, maybe in the mind, okay? Meditation, stillness, and one will have the right answer for you. You might have to go through a few stories. It's always about change the story that you're telling yourself. Okay. So you are also reminded to persevere, for it may be that a door which was previously locked has now been opened a crack. Quieten your mind and ask the angels to help you. Affirmation: I am ready for all opportunities. It's definitely working with the energy here, guys, that we're having to really maybe try and bring some lightness, have some fun with. See if you can change the story, okay, energetically. And trust that, you know, the Divine Masculine will be receiving that, because they're very fearful and they're running. We've got angel prayers. Okay, we don't need to read this. We've got the Divine Physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. So we read this one earlier. Now, is it that I'm meant to find out how to pronounce this sword? Find out a bit more about this sword? Cacuus, was it? It will tell me. Let me just because it's showing me the card again. We're picking up on the sinks. Let's find this word. Oh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Let's pop it in. Oh, but okay. I still don't know how to pronounce it, do I? Let's go to the dictionary, because when I pop it in, it doesn't come up on the dictionary, but let's see if it's in the dictionary. Oh, terrible memory this end. U-C-E-U. See if it finds it. Okay, pronounce it, please. Caduceus. Caduceus. Okay. Classical mythology. The staff carried by Mercury as messenger of the gods. A representation of the staff used as an emblem of the medical profession and as the insignia of the US Army Medical Corps. Baton, scepter, staff, sprig, twig, stick. Okay. The mercury just reminds me of a mercury that you would find in like a thermometer to take your temperature, one that you'd pop under your tongue. Mercury. It's quite dangerous, isn't it, to swallow that? It's quite poisonous. And then something about being like a stick in the mud. I'm sure that is a saying. I'm just going to have to, because we always question ourselves, don't we? Sometimes. Stick in the mud. Give me the definition. A person who is dull and unadventurous and who resists change. They see many of their colleagues as stick in the muds and sentimental, Neanderthals. Neanderthals. I'm not even going to I've got to look up this word now, haven't I? Oh, you don't even pronounce it like that. There's a surprise. Neanderthal. An extinct species of human that was widely distributed in Ice Age Europe. Between 120,000 and 35,000 years ago, with a receding forehead and prominent brow ridges. That's someone who frowns, isn't it?
Neanderthal.
The Neanderthals were associated with Mousterian flint industry. Okay. Someone who doesn't want to change. Or thinks they can't change. Let's carry on. I'm going to put a journey of love. Shakti here, that's the fire within. That's the divine feminine has ignited the divine masculine's fire within him, and that's what I feel this rage is. The void and the swan. Yeah, I feel as if it's a rebirth. This is when he will come into his beautiful elegance, his gentle nature. I think it's he's having a detox of all the rage and the anger, and just before he kind of he's the ugly duckling at the moment, very ugly. So he thinks he's ugly, and his thoughts are quite ugly. He feels quite alone, and but he doesn't realise he's just about to bloom into this beautiful, pure, balanced, especially with the black and white here. Swan, elegant, gentle swan that's soon to be admired. First, let's get the rage out. Okay, let's read the void. Card number 40. It just reminds me of like this kind of, you know, when masculines think they're having like a midlife crisis. So the void, 40. At the ending of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there is a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time, a moment of feeling, or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you are here on this planet. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and the seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it is only days that seem as though they are eternal in duration, as you wait to reconnect again. Yet, if you can accept that entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, if you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment. Excited, open and curious always. If the divine masculine's holding this hatred inside, okay, it needs to come out before his transformation, and it's just like the final purge, but it feels like it's a big one. Okay, this oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now it is most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry. I feel like I'm being tickled. Stop it. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you are holding a question about relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be according to spiritual wisdom and love. Okay, a coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. Okay. And then we've got the swan. Right, guys, that just cut off. My whole recording just stopped, and it just said it kind of froze and said that I had no storage left on my laptop. And keeps coming up with this, and I'm not that savvied up on technology. So I'm not sure why I don't seem to have any storage on my laptop, which means that I've been struggling to do the last videos, but there's nothing to delete. There's no more that I can do to free up any storage, which kind of makes you think, how are we going to get around this? And I suppose the only way is live. So that might be, if I don't solve this, I might have to start jumping on and just doing some live. So, and doing it live, there's no other option. I'm not going out and getting more technology. I've already done that with cameras and everything. This is the easiest way for me. So, we shall see. So I'm going to leave the reading there because I'm hoping that I can actually put this one with the other one, make a bit of sense out of it. There's just some heads up, guys. Okay, I hope it helped. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.